Hello, everyone. Hang on to your hats and false teeth because we're going to start YouTube.
Thorpe, are we ready? All right. As Ray would say, we're going live, and in case you have any political ambitions, think of that because it'll be on tape forever. Okay. Good morning to those of you in the sanctuary and to those of you viewing us at home. My name is Susan Owen Kinsey, and I welcome you to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation, a progressive LGBT affirming community. And if you would like more information about our faith or our congregation, please feel free to talk to one of our members, not our ministers. Visitors are especially invited here and are welcomed. And we would be happy to tell you more about our congregation. Like I said, just stop and ask us. You may also sign up for our weekly email, and there are cards in the back of your pews. Fill out the information, and we will include you on our updates. We have a website that you can find out more information. And on the order of service, there's a QR code that you can just scan. So there's lots of ways to find out about us. And if you'd look at the back of your order of service now, there are some announcements. And I think we've got the first one coming up. Okay. A farewell luncheon for the Kerrs is today following the service. The luncheon will celebrate the 7 years of ministry we've been lucky enough to have with the Kerrs. Thank you. This is a special time to provide an opportunity to wish them in their retirement and say goodbye. Following the service, please follow the Kerrs downstairs where you will have 15 minutes, get that, you use 15 minutes, to talk to them or perhaps snap a picture. And we ask that you select your table and your drink during this time, and then be seated by noon and wait for your table to be invited to join the buffet line. In other words, it's not our normal free-for-all potluck. We're doing something a little more dignified. We'll see, yes. Good luck. We'll try. Join us for our next Flint Regional Herbal Collaboration gathering on Sunday, June 21st at 12:15. We will explore plants growing around us, and if the weather and conditions allow, we will enjoy a guided herb walk. And if we need to remain inside, we'll explore alternative herbal extraction methods beyond water and alcohol. All are welcome. Next Sunday, June 7th, directly following the service, please attend our annual congregational meeting where we will be electing new leadership and voting on our budget and bylaw changes. Now, we light this chalice that we may see the honor, the places from which we've come, with truth, the places upon which we stand, and the vision, the places to which we must go. If you'll join with me now in reciting our covenant. Recognizing the richness of diversity, the beauty and wonder of shared worship, and the transforming power of love and service, we gather as a sacred, intentional community to freely seek knowledge and truth, to celebrate the fullness of life, and by our actions to increase goodness and justice.
When I think back on all the crap I learned in high school, it's a wonder I can't think at all. And though my lack of education hasn't hurt me none, I can read the writing on the wall. Kodachrome, you give us the nice bright colors, you give us the greens of summers, makes you think all the world's a sunny day. Oh yeah, I got a Nikon camera, I love to take a photograph, so mama don't take my Kodachrome away. If you took all the girls I knew when I was single and brought them both together for one night, I know they'd never match my sweet imagination, 'cause everything looks worse in black and white. Kodachrome, you give us the nice bright colors, give us the greens of summers, makes you think all the world's a sunny day. Oh yeah, I got a Nikon camera, I love to take a photograph, so mama don't take my Kodachrome away. Mama, don't take my Kodachrome away. Mama, don't take my Kodachrome away. Mama, don't take my Kodachrome. Mama, don't take my Kodachrome. Mama, don't take my Kodachrome away. Mama, don't take my Kodachrome. Don't leave your boy so far from home. Mama, don't take my Kodachrome away. Mama, don't take my Kodachrome. Ooh, ooh. Mama, don't take my Kodachrome away. This song doesn't end. I'm stuck.
Good morning. We will not be having a time for candles of joys and concerns today, so anytime during the service, if you feel so moved, please light a candle of joy or concern in the back of the sanctuary. The following words are the same words that we used when we presented our very first sermon at this church in 2019. They are from poet Carl Seberg.
Through our temporary lives, the great currents of history run. Let us keep the channels open and free, so as to not obstruct purposes greater than our own. Let us keep our minds set upon the high goals that here together bind us into one, sharing fellowship of loving hearts and open minds. Please stand as willing and able for our hymn number 163.
Thank you so much. Please be seated.
In Thornton Wilder's play, Our Town, George and his little sister, Rebecca, think about their little town and its place in the universe.
Get out, Rebecca. There's only room for one of us at this window. You're always spoiling everything.
Let me look, just a minute.
Use your own window.
I did, but there's no moon there. George, do you know what I think? Do you? I think maybe the moon's getting nearer and nearer, and there'll be a big explosion.
Rebecca, you don't know anything. If the moon were getting nearer, the guys that sit up all night with telescopes would see it first, and they'd tell us about it, and it'd be all over the newspapers.
George, is the moon shining on South America, Canada, and half the whole world?
Well, probably is.
George, I never told you about the letter Jane Crofit got from her minister when she was sick. He wrote Jane a letter, and on the envelope, the address was like this. It said, Jane Crofit, the Crofit Farm, Grover's Corners, Sutton County, New Hampshire, United States of America.
What's funny about that?
Well, listen, the address went on. So the United States of America, continent of North America, Western Hemisphere, the Earth, the solar system, the universe, and the mind of God. That's what it said on the envelope.
What do you know?
And the postman brought it, all the same.
What do you know? join together in our 90 seconds of silence. Amen.
The book of love is long and boring. No one can lift the damn thing. It's full of charts and facts and figures and instructions for dancing. But I love it when you read to me, and you can read me anything. The book of love has music in it. In fact, that's where music comes from. And some of it is just transcendental. And some of it is just really dumb. But I love it when you sing to me, and you can sing me anything. The book of love is long and boring, and it was written very long ago. It's full of flowers and heart-shaped boxes and things we're all too young to know. But I love it when you read to me, and you can read me anything. But I love it when you sing to me, and you can sing me anything. You can sing me anything.
Our words for meditation this morning were from the play Our Town. And here is how the stage manager character describes that town.
I believe we have a slide of Grover's Corners, New Hampshire. There it is. The name of the town is Grover's Corners, New Hampshire. Well, I better show you how it's laid out. Way back there is a railway station. Tracks go that way. Over there is the Congregational Church. Across the street, Presbyterians. Methodists and Unitarians are over that way. Baptist is down in the hollow by the river. Catholic Church is over beyond the tracks. Nice town, you know what I mean? But as far as I know, nobody very remarkable ever came out of it, as far as I know. But you know, Babylon once had 2 million people in it, and all we know about them is the names of the kings and some copies of wheat contracts and contracts for the sale of slaves. Yet every night, all those people came home from their work. All those families sat down to supper, and the smoke went up the chimney. Same as here. And even in Greece and Rome, all we know about the real life of the people is what we can piece together out of the joking poems and comedies they wrote for the theater back then. And yet we all sit under these stars, doing their old crisscross journeys in the skies. Scholars haven't settled the matter yet, but they seem to think there are no living beings out there, just chalk or fire. Only this one is straining away all of the time to make something of itself. Several weeks ago, Lynn and I decided on the theme of today's service, You Are Here. I suppose some might reasonably wonder, what's the point? And understandably say, I know where I'm at, thank you. And after choosing this idea, I started thinking about how in 1985, I had a t-shirt with this exact same image on it. And as a youth group leader for the United Methodist Kiddies, I had them sit on the chancel steps. And while I talked about this same theme, you are here. When I remember that, I almost laughed out loud. And I thought, good grief, I'm ending my time as a religious geek with the same shtick that I used at the beginning. That means either this is a deep, life-giving theme, or Jerry needs some new material. So, to defend the worthiness of this rerun, I will maintain that some of the time, many of us don't know where we are at. And like marginally lost hikers, even in a very tame woods, we don't want to admit it. No, honey, the car is just over that way. I'm pretty sure. We're not lost, so let's just sit on this log and rest. And then you try to think honestly about which direction you've been going and how you got to where you're at, and if your legs will get you back to your wheels. Well, how is it that we perfectly intelligent travelers often don't know where we are at? And I don't mean not during a walk in the woods or on a drive without our phone, but in our walk through life. Here's one of many ways to get lost in the walk of life, and there are hundreds of them. Have yourself some nice lack of self-confidence that either stifles you or makes you overcompensate with loud know-it-all behavior. No need to come forward and confess. We're not that kind of a church. The Unitarians in this Grover's Corners do private confession at home and rarely. But just think, the almost mythical person who is self-confident to just the right degree knows where they are on that measure and probably doesn't care so much that they are a speck in the vast universe. Our list of such things could be a long one, and it's all about self-knowledge that helps us navigate our life, navigate it happily, find our way, and deal with the question in our town, what's it all about anyway? Now, it's true that many of us found our way to this room because we are of the type that is burdened with such questions, while the rest of the world questions our sanity. But wouldn't you know, Thornton Wilder was a lifelong New England Congregationalist, which in 1938 was a Unitarian who didn't want to admit it. And he wrote a great play about what is life all about anyway. He'd been an artilleryman in World War I, and although he had been very far from the front, some say his play is all about this question that is often asked when people realize the fleeting, fragile nature of life. Wilder shows us average, unremarkable people asking, how do we best live our short lives? Our short lives that can seem at times insignificant. Sitting down for supper, coming home from work every night, the smoke going up the chimney, no matter if you are in ancient Babylonia or right here in our town. It's pretty much the same. Now, I'm sure I didn't burden the Methodist children with any of this, but more likely said that they mattered, even if they felt small. I mean, why else can you do this with that image? You are here. What else would you do with it? Use it to put some uppity person in their place? See this kid? You're nothing. Nothing. Of course not. And besides, I knew I was a child of the universe. Perhaps you remember the moving song from the 1970s known as Desiderata. Yeah. The refrain goes, you are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt, the universe is unfolding as it should. As usual, this service leans towards people who are over 55, 60, 70. Take my word for it. Go Google Desiderata, and you'll see that it was a huge hit. In 1971, it was on the Billboard Hot 100 for 11 weeks and peaked at number 8. The choir of my class of 1972 sang the Desiderata refrain from the bleachers in the back of the gymnasium, and another offensive lineman and I stood at the podium and intermittently read the verses. Verses like, go placidly amid the noise and the haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even to the dull and ignorant. They too have their story. And yes, I admit that when the latest war hits, it may be hard to see ourselves as children of the universe who have a right to be here, speaking our truth quietly. But what other healthier, more peaceful attitude could we possibly assume?
Thornton Wilder once said that he wanted our town to show the life of a village against the life of the stars. He did so by showing people eating, delivering milk, while talking about the stars and exploding moons. Entire lifetimes are presented by showing us the daily lives of ordinary people. They are so ordinary, in fact, that the characters sometimes feel small. The easiest way, I think, to feel small is to look up at the sky on a clear night. Where I grew up in Wisconsin, there was no ambient light to ruin our view of the Milky Way and all the constellations. The sky was a never-ending Broadway show of millions of twinkling lights. And I think about how old they were and how they were born and how long it took their light to reach my eyes, and it would blow my mind. I also felt like a grain of sand on an infinite beach. Humans just float in and float out, and names and faces were erased almost as quickly as they appeared. Our role in this drama called life is ever so brief. Looking at life like acts in a play is a simplified description of philosopher Kenneth Burke's theory called dramatism. Burke believed that all we say and do can be studied like elements in a play. For instance, in 3 acts, the people of Grover's Corners live, love, and die. Wilder reminds us that none of us will live forever, yet we forget it all the time. We feel that our daily lives with our mundane little tasks are more of an annoyance on our way to something bigger. But as Wilder reminds us, even something as simple as a letter can help us connect to the vastness of time and space. You can even do that if you don't mind the post office thinking they're a bit strange. The next time you address a letter, after the state and the zip code, you could write United States, North America, the Western Hemisphere, Earth, our solar system, the universe, and finally the mind of God, or whatever word floats your boat. It gives us a little perspective about where we are in the scheme of things. But Burke reminds us that where we are, that you are here, that bit, albeit an important one, is just a big play. To help us better understand, pretend that Act 2 is your life. You enter the room on stage where there are other actors who have been on the stage for a while doing their parts, and they're in a heated discussion. Burke says you listen for a while, and then you put in your oar, he says. And someone answers, and then you answer her, and then someone comes to your defense, and another supports what you have to say, and another disagrees. This is day-to-day life. And then, Burke writes, finally the hour grows late, and you must depart. And you do. You leave the stage, and the discussion goes on, still vigorously in progress. Your life has ended, but the earth, others' lives, the cosmos, all goes on. He calls this mortality. It's similar to what Shakespeare said over 400 years ago. All the world's a stage. In the 7 Ages of Man monologue, in As You Like It, we hear all the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. And the monologue goes on until the final words, last scene of all, that ends with strange, eventful history. Is second childness a mere oblivion? Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything. Now, although Shakespeare ends us with total oblivion, Wilder leaves it more as a question mark, what happens after we're gone. Regardless, like Burke, many writers have looked at life as a play in progress that we actors drop in on, and then the play goes on. We can enjoy every moment of our performance, no matter what part we play, or we can perseverate on what the audience is thinking about us. But even if we wow them, as the stage manager says, people are only going to remember the names of the kings of Babylon. Each of us is granted entrances and an exit. We have a choice to make the best of every single one.
The play Our Town contains so many so-called ordinary, unremarkable people, just like you and me. And one of those characters is Emily, who gets married and dies in childbirth. At the end of Act 3, Emily speaks as a ghost visiting her mother, who has also died. As she examines her life, she realizes that most people lack a sense of wonder and appreciation for everyday connections and joys.
Oh, Mama, look at me. 1 minute, as though you really saw me. Mama, 14 years have gone by. I'm dead. You're a grandmother, Mama. Mama, just for a moment, we're happy. Let's really look at one another. I can't go on. It goes so fast. We don't have time to look at one another. I didn't realize. There was so much going on and we never noticed. Take me back up the hill to my grave. But first, wait, one more look. Goodbye. Goodbye, world. Goodbye, Grover's Corners, Mama and Papa. Goodbye to clocks ticking, Mama's sunflowers, and food, and coffee, and new iron dresses, and hot baths, and sleeping, and waking up. Oh, Earth, you are too wonderful for anybody to realize you. Do any human beings ever realize life while they live it? Every minute?
So here we are in Flint, Michigan, North America, planet Earth, and so on and so forth, like Rebecca said. And as the stage manager said, Earth is straining away, straining every day, all the time, to make something of itself. Here in our town and our congregation, we have all sorts of characters in our play, straining away to make something of themselves, or who strained their way into a very busy retirement, still mostly alive, with mostly original body parts. We have social workers, blue-collar line workers, white shirts, who I assume visited the line sometime, teachers, engineers, nurses. It's a long list, and all of them remarkable in their inherent worth and dignity. But I don't know that any of our names will appear in a history book. I guess that means we are all unremarkable in one important sense of the word. There are many prescriptions for how to know and be happy with the unremarkable people and unremarkable places where you are. Thornton Wilder, through Emily's voice, said, "Appreciate especially the ordinary things in life." That is, of course, the wisdom of present-centeredness that we often talk about in this space. In Thornton Wilder's time, that wasn't even a word or an idea that I know of. Now, you know, this wisdom of being present in the present, being present-centered, it must be a good and very true wisdom because it's so very hard to do. We all get a taste of it now and then when we are really enjoying a moment fully. That special time with a friend, that moment contemplating the stars, and we find that we've somehow freed ourselves from both the past and the future. In those moments, we are living totally in the present and have defeated our illusion that there really is a thing called time. And when we occasionally manage to pull this off, the feeling of time pressure falls away, and research shows that our bodies love it. Then, at least for a short time, we've given Emily her wish, that time shouldn't go so fast that we don't have time to look at one another. And of course, Thornton Wilder doesn't have the only recipe for being happy with where we are in the universe. In trying to defend the worth of this "you are here" theme one last time, I learned that many psychologists say people are happiest if they know they are leaving a legacy. And this is especially true when they are about to leave this stage permanently. In other words, leaving something good for the actors who come next is important to us, remarkable, unremarkable creatures. They call it symbolic immortality, which means we want so badly to be remembered as helpful that we feel a kind of immortality when we help others. Psychologists say, start it early. Don't wait until you're almost leaving your stage. So lots of us, many people do volunteer work. They become organ donors. They volunteer to keep their church running, or they nurture the life of others in 1,000 other ways. And it makes us a so-called unremarkable people symbolically immortal. Oh, and symbolically, that's no small thing. Well, considering this is my last shot to be a voice, a geek for Unitarian Universalism, I have to mention that this is a very good place to remember where we are in our lives and in the scheme of things, and be happy with it. I've said it before, which is more proof that I'm running out of fresh material. But the UNI prefix, times 2, Unitarian, Universalist, it makes for a lengthy name, But it goes so very well with pictures of innumerable stars and bold claims that we know where we are and what it's all about. When we truly, faithfully stick with a belief that has not one, but two names that mean we believe in oneness, we have agreed to more than most people understand. A major part of our belief is that all of us human beings are much more alike than different. And that belief can be hard to hold on to. It can be difficult to grasp because it requires a lot of love and patience. And those two things are often in short supply. Believing that we are instead also very different and that it is best to dwell on those differences, that's easy. It's easy to find differences. But staying on course to find that we are all made of the same stuff, more alike than not, that takes longer and it takes more effort. We often have to strain for it, strain away every day to make something of ourselves.
Imagine you are told you can go back and relive one day from your life. That was what happened to our dearly departed Emily in our town. And I would think, like Emily, our minds might naturally scan the years, searching for the most magnificent and magical day of our lives. The day we fell in love, or our weddings, or perhaps the birth of a child or a grandchild. But instead, Mrs. Gibbs tells Emily, choose the least important day in your life. It will be important enough. With that advice, Emily chooses a seemingly random day, her 12th birthday. The scene is the kitchen, where Mrs. Webb is getting breakfast ready. Everyone in the family and in the town are going about their regular business. As the 12-year-old Emily eats and opens her gifts, the deceased Emily makes the impassioned speech that I shared earlier. Her observations and Mrs. Gibbs' advice about the least important day being important enough nearly summarizes Wilder's entire play. Even the simplest, most mundane moments should be noticed as we live them. Especially because Wilder hints throughout the play that the afterlife is sort of a question mark. So living in the present is of the utmost importance. He subtly pokes fun at people who have more concrete ideas about religion. In church scenes, there are no prayers spoken. The church organist is often drunk. Even the words higher power rather than God is used. And in one of many memorable quotes, the stage manager says, "We all know that something is eternal, and it ain't houses, and it ain't names, and it ain't earth, and it ain't even the stars. Everybody knows in their bones there's something way down deep that's eternal about every human being." Wilder implies that humans are special, and our eternal nature should be appreciated while we are living. Easier said than done. When our world seems so out of control, sucking the marrow out of a routine day is the last thing on our minds. But it's all about our perception, isn't it? As Emily says, we don't even realize life while we live every minute. It's always what's next, what's better, what's bigger. I remember when my high school put on its funny, we both mentioned high school, didn't we? Although mine was quite a bit later. So I remember when I was in high school, we put on Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Some of you may not know that I fancy myself as a bit of a performer. So I expected a pretty good role. And I got a part in the chorus as an Egyptian palace guard. I know, can you imagine? I mean, no one dreams of being in the chorus. But opening night was exhausting. Why? The palace guards were on the stage like almost the whole time. We were there more than anybody else. Plus, afterwards, I realized someone has to take a supporting role every once in a while. It all has to do with how we choose to see ordinary days. A Hasidic tale tells us about a rabbi who held a very special power. He could answer any question posed to him. So people throughout the land constantly questioned him, and they never left disappointed. But one skeptical young man arrived in town, and he became determined to stump that rabbi. For days, he tried to think of the perfect question, and nothing seemed right. And then as he walked in a meadow one day, hundreds of butterflies began flying around him, and he had an idea. He caught a butterfly gently in his hands, and then he sprinted back to the village. "Rabbi, Rabbi," he said, "I have a butterfly in my hands. Tell me, is it alive or is it dead?" The young man smiled in triumph, knowing he had won. If the rabbi guessed dead, he'd open his hands and the butterfly would fly away. If the rabbi guessed alive, the young man would crush that butterfly before opening his hands. The rabbi looked into the young man's face and he smiled. And then he gently placed his wrinkled hands on the young man's smooth ones, and he said, "It's all in your hands." There are still some things that are in our hands, my friends. How we decide to see our parts in the play of life is one of them. Deciding to be here, really here. Although we may be one of billions of so-called unremarkable people with largely ordinary lives, appreciate wherever you are in the moment. It will be important enough. May it be so.
I'm pretty sure we all know this one, so sing along. I think if you don't know this one, they take away your UU card. Stand if you feel like it. We are living beneath the great big dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power, some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. We all will live together. We're all swimming to the other side. Someone could grab me a stool, that'd be great. I'm alone and I am searching. I am hungry in my time. I am balanced at the brink of wisdom. I'm impatient to receive a sign. I move forward with my senses open. Imperfection, it be my crime. In humility, I will listen. We're all swimming to the other side. We're all living beneath the great big dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the streams together, some in power, some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Living spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. On this journey through thoughts and feelings, binding intuition, my head, my heart, I am gathering the tools together. I'm preparing to do my part. All of those who have come before me, stand before me and be my guide. Loving lessons that I will follow. We're all swimming to the other side. We all live beneath the great big dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. When we get there, we'll discover all the gifts we've been given to share have been with us since life's beginning, and we never noticed they were there. We can't balance at the brink of wisdom, never recognizing we've arrived. Loving spirits will live together. We're all swimming to the other side. We're all living beneath the great big dipper. We are washed in the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We all worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side.
It would be easy to stay in bed on Sunday because sometimes the latest news, I feel burdened by it or burdened by my everyday worries. But I come here. I leave Sundays feeling refreshed and renewed. I leave ready to face the challenges of another week. And I hope you feel that way too. If you do, please join me in supporting this haven of love and community. Please place your offerings in the basket at the back of the church as you leave, or by an online gift at uuflint.org. Thank you all for your gifts, including the gift of being here together with each other.
We stole this song from Jeremy. So he's going to play drums with us as we sing it. It's called Be Good by Carsey Blanton. Sing along if you know it, okay?
Jesus Christ was a handsome man. He had nothing to hide. He said, give bread to the hungry, bring the homeless inside. Jesus Christ was a dangerous man. That's the way that he died. He said, be good to the people you love, and love everybody alive. Be good to the people. Be good to the people. Be good to the people you love, and love everybody alive. Dr. King was a preacher. He had God on his side. He said, all God's children are brothers. Don't cast your brother aside. Dr. King was a dangerous man. That's the way that he died. He said, be good to the people you love, and love everybody alive. Be good to the people. Be good to the people. Be good to the people you love, and love everybody alive. There ain't nothing more criminal than kindness. There ain't nothing more valuable than blindness. We'll make everyone a martyr to remind us everybody's got a right to be free. Be good to the people. Be good to the people. Be good to the people you love, and love everybody alive. Be good to the people. Be good to the people. Be good to the people you love, and love everybody alive. Be good to the people. Be good to the people. Be good to the people you love, and love everybody alive. Love everybody alive. Love everybody
And the poet said, if you're brave enough to say goodbye, life will reward you with a new hello.
And let us extinguish our chalice. We extinguish this flame with not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
I didn't knock it over this time. Thank you.
Sunshine came out today, and it's shining all over the world, all over the world. Sunshine came out today, and it's shining all over the world. And every man, a woman, boy, and girl, it feels so fine when the sunshine shines. It warms your skin and your soul within. The birds sing do 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 do. Poor man and the millionaire, both sharing in the oak tree shade, not stressing over money made. Preacher and the atheist, both jumping in the ocean waves. Today they both feel safe, 'cause it sure feels fine when the sunshine shines. It warms your skin and your soul's within. And the birds sing do 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 do. Yeah, and the birds sing do 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 do. Say what you gonna do when the clouds come, yeah. Gonna hold your head high. Say what you gonna do when the storms come, yeah. Keep your eye to the sky, and I'll tell you why. One day, sunshine's gonna shine again. Gonna shine all over the world, all over the world. Sunshine's gonna shine again when it shines all over the world. And every man, a woman, boy, and girl. 'Cause it feels so fine when the sunshine shines. It warms your skin and your soul within. And the birds sing do 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 do. Yeah, and the birds sing do 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 do.
That one day soon a song shall rise. You'll hear it with the sleep still in your eyes. You will wake into a brand new day. Can you hear bells ringing, voices singing far away? A time when every man will be as one. Touch the sun come the day. Freedom still a thought within your mind. That fleeting thing that some may never find. It makes you feel fear. Welcome to the happy world that will be here come the day. The trumpets of war will cease to blow, a sound I hope that we may never know. We're waiting for the day. Can you hear bells ringing, voices singing far away? Lift up your voices and sing this song. Let the whole world hear it, loud and strong. Can you hear bells ringing, voices singing far away?
All right, I now have an announcement. Okay, this is a surprise to the Kerrs. And what we'd like to do is to express musically how the whole congregation appreciates you. So, those of you that are willing and able, if you will stand around the congregation, around the church, and hold hands, and the Kerrs can either hold hands with us or sit there and be serenaded. The music and words will appear. Then we go to eat. Were you surprised? Yeah. Yes, that's why I talk fast. Besides, Lynn would have, or Kathy would have stopped him.
It's been a great privilege. Thank you. A real privilege. I hope you can all join us downstairs.